Yeah. Hi folks. Are you able to hear me? Okay. Right. Yesterday we tried to create Mapplet. So this was the Mapplet we created. The Mapplet job is it is going to calculate total salary and tax, and before that it is also validating employee number, e-name, job, salary. These all things are not null. Something condition it is validating. Based on the condition validation, whatever records are qualified, those records only total salary and tax it is calculating. This requirement may be available in multiple mappings. Maybe you have to do for network team, you have to do this kind of tax calculation and total salary calculation. Sales people, you have to calculate the total salary and tax. HR people, you have to calculate the total salary and tax. Like that, multiple types of people, you have to calculate these taxes. Direct employees and indirect employees, everyone. So that's the reason we created your Mapplet to calculate the total salary and tax. And this one we are trying to use a number of mappings. We are trying to use it. Yesterday we created the Mapplet and we left the things, right? Today we have to learn how to use that Mapplet inside the mapping. How to use that Mapplet inside the mapping. For that we are going for mapping designer. Then mappings menu, create, name it as m_mapplet as. That means mapping we are creating by using Mapplet. Mapping we are creating by using Mapplet. Let me give the control to someone. Yes, Pankaj, I am giving control to you. Please continue the work. I think yesterday we stopped with here. So we have to go with this point. Yes, try to create a mapping with the name of m_mapplet. Maximize this window. Then close the output window and try to connect to the repository. Connect to the repository. Then open the folder. Okay. This was yesterday what you created the Mapplet MLT underscore total sal underscore tax we created. Using this Mapplet you have to create the mapping. Now go to the mapping designer. Go to the mapping designer workspace. I want to create a mapping. Create the mapping with the name of m_mapplet. Then okay. Now try to drag and drop. Drag and drop. Just follow the document. Source and target you have to drag and drop. Source is available here. Source is EMP table is a source. Click on OK, drag and drop source EMP table and target EMP_mapplet into the mapping window workspace. So we have to drag and drop. Source as EMP and target as EMP_mapplet. Okay. Now if you observe the source to target, total salary and tax are the two things we have to calculate it. But already these calculations are available in the Mapplet. So we can introduce the Mapplet. Just go for the next point. We drag and drop to that one. So with this we completed second point. Then go for third point. From the left side navigator window, drag our Mapplet MLT_total_tax, which is marked by red color in above figure, into the mapping window workspace. Connect required ports from source qualified transformation to Mapplet and connect required ports from Mapplet to target table as shown below. Try to see the diagram. So in the map rate, we are giving the input as employee number, salary, commission. We are trying to get all things as output. Employee number 2, tax, everything is going as the output. So inside this map rate, the logic is calculating the total salary tax calculation is available inside this maplet. Okay, try to do that one. That's enough. Now we have to map the maplet to target. Right. Then save it. Now mapping is created and it's showing as valid. Now create the workflow. Maximize it. Now go to the workflows menu, create. Give the name as WF underscore, then maplet. Okay. Then try to take the session task. Then select here M underscore maplet. Okay. Then connect these two things. Double click on session task. Then go to the mappings page and observe here. In this mapping, did you created the expression transformation, filter transformation? But here I am seeing under transformations. Under transformations, I am seeing here filter and expression. I am seeing it. Filter and expression. I am seeing it, right? So what will happen is maplet in the runtime, it will substitute the logic whatever available inside the maplet. That logic will be substituted in the mapping. Maplet is a reusable component. As the session is a runtime object, right? As the session is a runtime object, in the runtime it is going to substitute. It's going to substitute whatever logic is available inside the maplet. Entire logic will be substituted. Entire logic will be substituted. Okay. Now go and try to select the source qualifier and connection and target and connection. Then okay. Then okay. Then save it. Now go to the target and try to see it. Do you have any data loaded or not? Save it and run it. And run it. Meanwhile, open SQL Developer. Okay. So we have a chance to do that one. Meanwhile, this corresponding PowerPoint is available. For more 3 points, you can use that one once, walk through it. Let me go for Mapplet. Now, if you see this is Mapplet, people understand what even by Mapplet input and Mapplet output transformations. You understand? This is what the Mapplet designer tool. Using that one, we are going to create the Mapplet and Mapplet output transaction we used here. If you see this diagram, inside the Mapplet only directly source I used it. If I use source directly inside the Mapplet, then there is no need of Mapplet input transformation. There is no need of Mapplet input transformation. We didn't use here Mapplet input transformation if you observe closely. We used only Mapplet output only we used. In our case, what we did, Mapplet input and Mapplet output both we used. Why? Because source as well as target both we are trying to use in the mapping level. Now, if you use like this, then what will happen is the first object in the mapping is Mapplet only. The first object in mapping is Mapplet only. If source you create inside the Mapplet, if you source you place inside the Mapplet, the first object in the mapping is Mapplet only. Okay, right. Now Mapplet advantages are a Mapplet is a reusable object that you create in the Mapplet designer, useful for repetitive tasks or logic, represents a set of transformations. In our case, we did the filter plus expression, both we used it. Maplets are reusable. In other mappings also, if you want to use it, you can go and you can use it. Use an instance of Mapplet in a mapping. Changes to a Mapplet are inherited by all instances. Suppose if you change anything in the filter, condition or expression, that will be changes wherever you use the Mapplet. Server expands the Mapplet at runtime. That's what we observed here. It is expanded and it is giving the result to you here. Here it is giving to you. Here it is giving to you directly transformations. That is what the meaning of expands the Mapplet at runtime. Now it is expanded in the runtime. Now, if you see the next one, these Mapplets are two types. One is called as active and second is called as passive. A Mapplet contains at least one active transformation, then it is called as active Mapplet. So based on the transformation what it has, it is deciding the given one is a active Mapplet or passive Mapplet. If you have at least one active transformation, then it is called as active Mapplet. Now a Mapplet contains all passive transformations, that is called as passive Mapplet. Now if you see this diagram, a Mapplet used inside the mapping. So this kind of example only we did it. In our case, we take an employee and source qualifier employee, and target we taken target underscore Mapplet. In between we taken the Mapplet underscore total sal underscore tax we taken. Now inside this one, what is the big logic is available? Inside this one, what is the big logic is available? We are getting the customer ID we are getting from here. Using that customer ID, we are trying to calculate customer case is what, customer priority is what, customer site is what, customer severity is what. For each one, we are trying to get one lookup. We are trying to get the case ID from here, lookup, site ID from here, server key from here, priority key from here. So, and the expression is available and update strategy transformation is available. This total are transformations. Wherever customer corresponding those four informations if you want to calculate. How many mappings you want to calculate those four informations. You can go and you can calculate those four informations. Now, if you see the next one, Now, unsupported transformations. In Mapplet, some of the transformations we cannot use it. For example, one thing is available XML source definition transformation. For example, I am going to the Mapplet. This is what our Mapplet. I am trying to introduce here transformation. The transformation type is equal to XML, then give some name, click on create. What saying XML source or XML source qualified transformation may not be created inside the Mapplet. Similarly, we have some other things, normalizer transformation. If I try to take here normalizer transformation, then click on create, same error we are going to see. So overall, some of the transformations are not supported by your Mapplet. Those transformations are given here. And we cannot do here, nested Maplets also we cannot do it. And directly target we cannot take into the target, sorry, Mapplet. Suppose let us say I am going for here and I am trying to drag and drop from the targets folder any one table. I am trying to drag and drop here. Target definition transformations may not be created in a Mapplet, but source definitions you can create if you want it. If you want, you can take the source definitions, you can take it, but not the target definitions. Okay. So in the Mapplet, you can take the source if you want it, but you cannot take the target directly. These are some limitations which are available. Even we use a drop index, create index using the free first stored procedure transformations, right? That kind of jobs also we cannot do it. For example, if you go and try to import here transformation, if you want to import here stored procedure transformation, let us say RR capital, IT is small 1 2 3, then we can see invalid username. Okay, then we can see here we have the procedures. The procedure is available, let us say any one procedure I am taking. Okay, now if you double click here, if you go to the properties here, let us say I have here option previously we used to have, what is that? Here what is available? Preload, target freeload, target post load, source freeload, source post load, and normal. 5 options are available. Now this option itself is disabled now. This option itself is disabled. That means what I am trying to say is this point. So free or post stored project transformations are not possible inside the Mapplet. So some things are documented here. Entry point of it is very important. Suppose simply they will ask, can I take the targets in the Mapplet? At the moment, if you are really experienced, then you have to say no. Okay, right. Now see your Mapplet input transformation. Use for data sources outside a Mapplet. See here in our example, you use Mapplet input. Why you use your Mapplet input is your goal is you want to take the sources outside the Mapplet. Sources you taken where? Inside the mapping you taken. Inside the mapping you taken the source. You want to take the source outside the Mapplet. At that moment you will go for Mapplet input. If you want to take source outside the Mapplet, then we'll go for the Mapplet input. Okay, it is a passive transformation and it's connected. And you have to remember this point. As of now, we know passive transformations means expression transformation, lookup transformation, stored procedure transformation. Now this also adding to your things. Passive transformation examples, Mapplet input also adding. Here output ports only available for this one. For Mapplet input only outputs are available. For Mapplet output only inputs are available. Opposite it is. Only those ports connected from an input transformation to another transformation will display in the resulting Mapplet. Whatever it is connected, those things only will showing here. See here one thing. Connecting the same port to more than one transformation is disallowed. Here let us say same port we are trying to connect to the two transformations here like this, then it is not possible. For example, let us say I am going here. See here, in this filter also I am trying to drag and drop this employee number, but what is saying in the blue mark in the down, input transformation fields that are already busy connected cannot be reconnected. You are seeing the toolbar. You are seeing the toolbar or not? You are seeing the toolbar, that is in the bottom it's showing input transformation fields are that are already busy connected. You cannot connect to the things. But if I want to connect really, then what you have to do it? What you have to do is you can go for expression transformation. There you try to introduce employee number. There you try to introduce employee number here. This employee number you go and connect here, and this employee number you go and connect here or drop here. This was the solution what I am telling. If you really want to connect the ports, then what you can do alternative way is pass to an expression transformation first, then try to map to the other transformations. Now first we pass to this one to here, then from here we are trying to drag and drop here as well as here. That's what the meaning of Mapplet input transformation. Any questions here? Any questions? No. Let us move on to the Mapplet input transformation, how it looks like. See, Mapplet input transformation, source data is defined outside the Mapplet logic. So if you want to use source information inside the mapping, then first object here is Mapplet input only. The Mapplet input is the first object here. In our case also we did same job we did actually. In our case also we did same job. In our Mapplet the first object is let me delete these all things whatever I did. Right. In our Mapplet, the first object whatever available here is Mapplet input transformation only, it is available. And that is the reason here we are trying to use this one inside somewhere in middle we are trying to use it. In somewhere in middle we are trying to use it. Okay. Right. If you want to use your source information inside the mapping directly, then you should use Mapplet input transformation in the beginning. Source data is defined outside the Mapplet logic, resulting Mapplet has input ports only. When used in a mapping, the Mapplet may occur at any point in the mid flow. Anywhere in the middle flow we can use it. Observe the diagram and let me know if you have any questions. No, right? Now let us go for next one. Data source inside a Mapplet. Now, if you want to take a data source also inside the Mapplet, you can take it. Okay, if you are taking like that, then how it looks like. For example, same thing whatever you did here, I want to replicate like the slide which is available. So for this, what I am doing is I am making the copy of this Mapplet, then source inside Mapplet. That's what I am trying to do it. Then I am deleting this Mapplet input whatever available. Then go to the navigator, try to drag and drop source EMP. Yes sir, Pankaj. Drag and drop source EMP. Then connect source qualifier to filter. Right click and arrange all iconic. Right, save it. Now this one if I want to use inside the mapping, I can go and I can use it. Go and try to create one small mapping, or you can make as copy as of this one and you can do it. Go to the mappings menu, copy as source inside Mapplet. Now, now if you go and try to use here, let us say I'm going for navigator window. This Mapplet whatever available, I'm deleting it. Now whatever we have here, Mapplet try to introduce here. So we have here one Mapplet. This one I am trying to introduce. If you observe this Mapplet carefully, do we have any input arrows for this one? Do we have any input arrows for this one? No, right? No. Why? Because inside this Mapplet only already source is available. So if source is available inside the Mapplet, you cannot take sources inside the mapping. You cannot take it. Okay, delete the source and source qualifier. Then connect to the target. Perfect. So this is what the meaning of here. Taking your source whatever available, source also inside the Mapplet only. Suppose the same source I want in n number of mappings I want it. Same source I want in n number of mappings I want it. Then include the source also so that reusability will be increases. Okay, right. That's what the meaning of this slide. That's what the meaning of this slide. Here, if you want to use data source inside a Mapplet, you can go and you can use it. If you use like that, the Mapplet input is the first object which is available here. Source data is defined within the Mapplet logic. No input transformation is required or allowed. No input transformation is required or allowed. Use a source qualifier instead. Resulting Mapplet has no input ports. When used in a mapping, the Mapplet is the first object in the data flow. This is the first object whatever available. Okay. Now let us move on to the next one that is called as Mapplet output transformation. Used to contain the results of Mapplet pipeline. Multiple output transformations are allowed here. Multiple output transformations are allowed. If you want to take multiple things, you can take it for different purposes. Suppose you are trying to get the router corresponding result. Then you can take your multiple Mapplets, you can take it. Those multiple Mapplets you can connect to the multiple targets. Multiple Mapplets you can connect to the multiple targets, you can connect it. Okay. Now this is passive transformation and ports are input ports only available. Use case is only those ports connected to an output transformation will display in the resulting Mapplet. Whatever really connected like this, those things only showing in the next level. One Mapplet output transformations are required in every Mapplet. In each and every Mapplet, we require minimum is what? One Mapplet output. Why? Because target you cannot take inside the Mapplet. As target you cannot take inside the Mapplet, we have to take Mapplet output transformation mandatory. In each and every Mapplet, we should have minimum one Mapplet output should be there. If you want to if you want to pass to the multiple targets, then we need here multiple output transformations are required. For example, router case, sales data, non-sales data, rookie data. That kind of thing, if you want to automate it, then we want here three Mapplet output things required. Any questions? Right, let us move on to the next one. So Mapplet with multiple output groups is this what is available. Here we are trying to do a router transformation only we are using it. Then we are trying to pass to the new customers, changes customers, update insert change customer, update change customer, something is available. Now Mapplet parameters and variables. We learned the mapping parameters and variables, right? Whatever we learn mapping parameters and variables, similarly, if you want, you can create the Mapplet parameters and variables also. If you go to the Mapplets, there I have the parameters and variables option is available, and we are going to get the window that is a very well known window for you. We created already, we create already Mapplets mapping parameters and variables. Two things are available. Both the things we created and we experienced with that one. We experienced with that one, right? Now let us move on to the next one. A parameter or variable defined in a maplet is not visible in any parent mapping. In the mapping level, it may not be visible. If I go to the let us say this is the maplet. This maplet I am trying to create here one parameter. Parameter name is equal to this one. Let us say click on OK. If I go to the mapping, you know already this maplet whatever available. This one I used inside this one mapping. I used it. Though I used it, if you go to the mapping level parameters and variables, here we are not able to see it. That means whatever you define the maplet parameters and variables, those things will not be. The maplet, whatever you define the parameters and variables, those things will not be reflecting inside the mapping. Inside the mapping will not be reflecting here. The scopes are different scopes. Mapping parameters and variables are at the mapping level only. Mapplet parameters and variables are at the maplet level only. Now, a parameter or variable defined in mapping is not visible in the child maplet also. Notes. You can expand the maplet at any point of time by right clicking the mapping and expand it. I mean to say, suppose what is the logic available inside this one you want to know. You can right click here, there we have the option called as what is this? Open maplet. Whatever object you want, you have to right click and you have to click on the open that maplet. Then immediately it is opened in the maplet designer, it is opened. If you use a sequence generator transformation, you must use reusable sequence generator transformation only. Means, suppose this is what the maplet whatever available. I am trying to take care of transformation, create sequence generator transformation, we are trying to take it. If you see here, do you have your sequence generator transformation here? Suppose here we have sequence generator transformation. What it's saying? Creating non-reusable sequence generator transformation is not allowed in a maplet. If really using sequence generator transformation only your goal, then what you have to do is you have to create one reusable transformation. You have to create it. Creating the reusable transformation is nothing but inside the transformation developer you are going to do you develop anything, then it is called as reusable transformation. It seems to be already you developed one reusable transformation which is available in surrogate key purpose you developed it. If you want to drag and drop that one, yes, you can go and you can drag and drop inside the maplet. If it is a reusable one, you can go and you can drag and drop it. Here you can drag and drop it. Now whatever you want to use it, you can use it. So you have to use the transformation sequence generator transformation is must be reusable transformation only you have to use it. Okay. That's it. These are the points what you have to understand related to the maplet. Anyone has any questions on this? Right. If no questions, then we'll see the case studies. Right. We have here some case studies I given. case studies or use cases where exactly in each and every project, in these two situations you may be using it. First problem. What is the problem is understand the logic of Mapplet in populating ETL procvid. What is the job of ETL procvid is how many times you ran the mapping. First time I am running, the ETL procvid column will be given as a 1 1 1 1 1 1 will be given. Each and every record will be populated as what? 1. Second time we are running. As part of the second time running, whatever records are loading into the target, those all records are going to mark as 2 2 2 2 like that we are going to mark. Third time we are loading means 3 3 3 like that. Now how this value is managed backend? How this value is calculated in the backend? That's where we have internally this much of logic is available. If you want to see this one, you can go and you can observe it in the OBA 7964. Let me open OBA 7964. Now we are trying to connect from our repository, disconnecting from our repository, then go for OBA 7964. End of the day, whatever you learn the concept, using the concept, if I given any mapping here, the mapping what exactly it is doing, what is the purpose of that one, you should be in a position to understand it. If you understand, then your practice is up to mark. If you're not able to understand the things, then you have to do more practice. But objects wise, whatever the objects you use, transformation, those all things will be, you have to understand mandatorily. If you're not understanding that one, then that is my problem. If you use any transformation in this work, any transformation which is not explained by me, then my training is not good. Okay, but you won't find out any transformation which is I didn't explain but used here like that. Okay, right. Let us go and try to observe here the maplets. Here maplets is available. I am trying to open. These are the maplets. Let us see the maplets. What are things are available? These many maplets are available. One of the thing is available. Mapplet underscore ETL procvid. What is the name? Mapplet get ETL procvid. Mapplet get ETL procvid. Now I am trying to drag and drop that one. Sorry. I am trying to drag and drop that one here. Then go and try to observe here what is the logic is available. So if you go for expression transformation, we are trying to take here integration ID as one column we created, and that integration ID first initial value we are giving as 1 we are giving. Initial value we are giving as 1 we are giving, and double click on the lookup. This value we are trying to get from we have one table. The table is known as w underscore parameters underscore g table. This table will be having the value at the end of the loadings. Whatever procvid is whatever latest bit is available, that will be copied to here. That one we are trying to capture. Here. Once you capture that one, that those records only are, that value only are passing to the next level. You are getting my point? Row width is equal to constant 1. That means we are trying to get here first record we are trying to capture. The first record which is available in the w underscore parameters underscore g table is, that is what the latest table. That is what the latest table. Latest record. Okay. Now that record we are trying to pass to the another expression. sorry, look up to another expression. Here it is available. Now there we calculating one thing that is called as, here we are calculating one thing. If the CTL proc is equal to 0, for example, then go for your lookup and try to get from there. Suppose it's not, then go and try to pass the whatever ETL proc is available, that only to the next level. That means we are, if you want to override at any one point of time, if you want to override at any one point of time the value, we can override by using the mapping parameters. Mapping parameters using, we can override that one. When this kind of situation will happen is really, suppose you are trying to load the data, some issue happened, then we went to the target and we deleted everything. But your w underscore parameters count g is what happened, it is updated with the one number, next number of the ETL. If you taken from there, then it is a, then the number will be skipping. Next number it is going to generate, right? So you can go for the mapping parameter and you can pass over there. Actually, whatever you are seeing over there, there is one mapping parameter here. If you go and try to observe here, what is this? ETL proc which is one of the parameter. First, we'll go and try to read from the parameter file. If user specifically defined, then we're trying to take that one. We are trying to take it. Okay, if you not define it is 0 only, then we are trying to take from the lookup. We are trying to take it. Then overall, we are trying to calculate here ETL proc we are trying to calculate here. That's it. And if you want to know where exactly it is used in the mappings, let us go right click on this one. Then go for here query related object dependencies. Then go for unselect all mappings. Click on OK. Now this maplet is used in how many mappings you come to understand basically. Almost all the mappings, let us 100 mappings are there, means 100 mappings this maplet will be using. Why? Because in each and every table load we need to generate here one width that is called as ETL proc width. The column is commonly it is available. Just observe here. Now view dependencies for this maplet. It is used in this all mappings. It is used. These all things are mappings. It is used in these all mappings. It is used. Okay. Even one mapping whatever I opened and I kept here, right? Here also you can find out ETL proc width. Yeah, here you can observe get ETL proc width. So we are trying to get the ETL proc width. We are trying to get here. We are trying to get the ETL proc width. We are trying to get here. Okay. This is how we can understand the best practices, how it is used. And I am asking you to analyze that one. And one more thing, I given maplet underscore hierarchies. Suppose products is available, customers is available, networks are available, those all things. I want to understand how to create the hierarchies. Some cases you may have the 3 levels of hierarchy only required. Some dimensions you may require here 10 levels of hierarchy may be required. Some dimensions may need here 20 levels of hierarchy required. So what he did is, generally one hierarchy created, that one he trying to use it. For example, if you go and observe here, let us say I am taking this for the maplet hierarchy. There what is happening here? So if you go and try to observe the maplet input, there we have how many levels are available, base level to level 1, level 2, level 8 and top level. These many levels he is trying to create it. Okay, you may not be using all the levels in all the levels in all mappings actually. Whatever as per the dimension, whatever required, only those things are we are using it. For example, I am right clicking, then I am going for the dependencies, then unselect all, then go to the mappings, then OK. Now, see here, same hierarchy they used for to understand the product dimension, to create the period dimension, to create the operation dimension, industry dimension, agreement dimension, period dimension, like this, all the things are available. For example, if you go and try to observe the product dimension, I am right clicking, then we are going for open in the workspace option, we are clicking. Then it is going to open in the workspace. There you can observe where is our maplet exactly and how it is working. So if you go and try to observe, here we have our maplet. They may not be using here all the levels which are available here. Okay, in this case it is used all levels it is used. In this case it is used all the levels it is used. Okay, if you go for something else, party, region, opportunity dimension. So here also all things are used. Okay, there is no rule like all you have to use it actually. If you have something you are not using also it is okay. Up to level 6 only you require, only level 6 only can use it. But generically it's created here. It is created generically. Am I clear? So try to observe these two things what are available. Try to observe these two things what are available. Okay, case studies are use case, where exactly this is used, where exactly this is used, try to observe it. Can you do that one? Sit and spend some time. Right? Okay, let us move on to the next one that's called as reusable transformations. Reusable transformation. Already we did this one couple of times. Okay, it is very simple. Only one transformation logic you want to use in a number of places you want to use it. You can go and you can use that one. So it is useful if you want to utilize one transformation in many mappings. It is useful if you want to utilize one transformation in many mappings. Except source qualified transformation, all the other transformations can be reusable. If you see here, what the meaning is, let us say I am going for our repository, I am going, B229 RRI tech rep. Now, suppose if you go and if I try to take here, I have some filters available. In the filter you can find out here I have the option is called as reusable option is available. For filter we have the reusable option. Whereas if I go for expression transformation, in expression transformation also we have here option called as reusable is available. Whereas if I go to the source qualifier transformation, we don't have here reusable option. So source qualifier is the one we cannot make it as a reusable. Rest of all transformations you can make as a reusable. Except source qualifier transformation, all other transformations can be reusable. We can develop reusable transformation in two ways. Number one is by using transformation tool. Number two is promoting existing transformation to reusable. Method one, by using transformation tool. Let us say If you want, you can go and you can develop on reusable transformation by taking directly help of the transformation developer tool. Inside this one, whatever transformation you are developing, the transformation is called as reusable. The transformation is called as reusable. Whatever you are developing here, that will directly go and try to sit in the folder. That will directly go and try to sit in the folder called as transformations. Once it is available in the transformations, whatever available, those things I can use in the mappings. Even you can use in the maplets also, you can use it. Okay, whatever available in the transformation folder, those things wherever I want to use it in the maplets or mappings, you can go and you can use it. For example, let us say I want to create here, already surrogate key is available. Okay, I want to create here, let us say one expression transformation I want to create here. Click on the create, then go for the expression transformation. Then we are trying to validate here commission not null. We are trying to decode this as a commission not null. Whatever commission is available, not null, we are trying to convert it. Then what I am doing is I am trying to create here two ports I am creating. One is called as commission in, second is called as commission out. In the commission in and commission out, once you create it, then I am defining a condition as if ports tab, then commission in, if is null of commission in. If it is null, then pass over there 0. Otherwise, try to pass over there commission in only. Then close this one. Okay. Ambiguously mismatching types. Okay. Now go and try to validate here. It's showing as correct. Now okay. Now okay. You created now one logic you created here, and this logic wherever you want to use it, you can go and you can use it. For example, you are going for the mappings. Then create one mapping using reusable transformation. Then we are trying to take a source, we are trying to take it. The source is called as emp, and we are trying to take a target, we are trying to take here. The target is called as something which is known as targ underscore emp or v underscore emp, whatever available, you can go and you can take it. I'm taking it as underscore emp, I'm taking. Now in between these two things, I want to introduce here one transformation which is available here. So if you go to the transformations, there we have the commission not null available. I can go and I can drag and drop. What I can do is I am trying to pass here all the columns, whatever available in the source qualifier, those all columns I can take from year to year, I can take it, except the column called as commission column. Commission column alone, what I will do is commission column alone I am passing here, and commission output whatever available I am passing here. Now I hope you are able to understand what I did. I hope you are able to understand what I did. Yes. Now, wherever you want to remove the commission null values, you want to remove it. Wherever you want to remove the commission null value, you can go and you can use this transformation. This transformation, whatever I used here, this is called as what? Reusable transformation. Is it clear, Pankaj? Other folks? Okay. So that's how we are going to create a reusable transformation. We are going to create using the method 1 by using transformation tool. Generally, in slowly changing dimension 1 and 2 and 3, we are using sequence generated transformation. We are using, right? We can create sequence generated transformation as reusable, and we can drag and drop in all the 3 mappings. You can drag and drop. That's what we are saying. Second is available. Promoting existing transformation as reusable. Promoting existing transformation as reusable. For example, we are opening one mapping m underscore ods underscore employee. Let us say I am trying to open m underscore ods underscore employee mapping, which is our first mapping which we done. Now, in the m underscore ods underscore employee mapping, we are doing one simple calculation that is called as first name and last name. We are trying to concatenate here. Suppose this first name and last name logic is required in n number of tables. First name and last name concatenation is required in a number of tables. Then what you can do is you can promote this one as reusable. Once you create the transformation as non-reusable, if you want to promote that as a reusable, you can go and you can promote it. But reverse is not possible. That's what this window is saying. Converting the current transformation into reusable transformation is not reversible. You want to continue it. Converting non-reusable transformation into reusable transformation is possible, but converting reusable transformation into non-reusable transformation is not possible. Okay, now we are saying as yes. Once you say yes, then it is going to register in the folder. The folder is called as transformation folder. Once it is registered in the transformation folder, you can use in a number of mappings. You can go and you can use that one. Anything which is registered in the transformation folder, you can use in a number of mappings. You can use it. You can use a number of mappings. You can use it. That's where meaning of the reusable transformation. Next class we are going to deal with target load plan. Any questions related to the Mapplet and reusable transformation, whatever available? Any questions? No, right? Okay, try to practice these things and also explore the OVA 7964 repository, whatever available. Okay, I hope once I complete the deployment chapter, you will be able to deploy the OVA 7964. You are able to deploy it, then you can start observing it. So already I given the OVA 7964 corresponding repository I given to you people in the lab data. If you go on top of the lab data, there we have the OVA 7964. Yeah, this one. Already repository is available here. Only thing is this repository, how to deploy it. How to deploy it, I am going to explain as part of the deployment chapter. Okay, or as part of the OVA 7964 also I am going to explain. Okay, next weekend, I mean coming weekend, today already this weekend only, right? So coming weekend, we are going to discuss about the OVA 7964. At that moment you come to understand how to deploy this repository into your environment. Okay, right, thank you. Thank you, bye bye.
Do you have class tomorrow?
No class tomorrow, take holiday. Again we'll meet on Monday.
Okay, thank you.